Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. So basically, between 14th of September to 27th of October this year, 2025, we have a situation where Mars will go into sidereal Libra. So I just feel as though all my videos now, I just want to just confidently use the whatever is being gifted to us from the heavens. So this is a really nice time to put energy, effort, charm, magnetism, and stamina into that house, basically. So if you've decided to like, I don't know, go for a relationship, is a really good time. I just feel Mars is very, very grounded in the sign of Libra, and because from there it's this aspect in, ooh, let's just do this, aspect in Capricorn and Aries. So it's wonderful, and also it's by eighth aspect will be on Taurus. So it's all kind of friendly houses, own sign, or race exalted. So it's really, the results are pretty good. So whether or not it's in your sixth house, third house, etc., it makes no difference. It's still going to be giving you good results. It's really down to you to make the most of this. So for example, for I don't know, say for example, for Scorpio ascendant, this is occurring in their 12th house. Well, this is again sign of Scorpios are passionate, loving people, and also their 12th house is Libra. And basically, Mars starts to be in a really good condition from the moment it starts coming into Libra, because it's in Libra, friendly sign, and then it goes into Scorpio, which is own sign. Then it goes into a friendly sign again, which is Sagittarius. Then it goes into a sign that's exalted in during the next few months. So we know that whatever we set goals for this time, goal setting and going for it, the charm of it can continue. So seed the plants now to gain from it as the time goes by. But also, really nice time to reflect on those kind of things where, you know, the energy of Libra is all about other people, mediation, diplomacy, being an ambassador for yourself, really, and the houses that it's representing. And magnetism of Mars coming into this sign, where it's just trying to be more self-sacrificing, more about other people, just being a bit more thoughtful, a bit more logical, really helps this sign. But everything, because of energy of Mars, is so passionate, it's to be embraced, really. So that's what I'm inviting you to do. I have actually got a playlist on Mars in different houses, so it's really good if you want to get more information to tap into that as well. I had a look this morning because they're such old videos, but it's quite good information on there. It's very helpful because, you know, everybody thinks Mars is a malefic in astrology, but of course it's malefic. If we don't have malefic planets, we just stay stagnant. This is like energy, you know, like passion and realization. That's how we get things done. So a little bit about this this form of thing. I always find this really, you know, because I've spoken about Sun and Mercury being in the sign of Virgo, and so that allows you to, if you like, make a list for yourself. Don't, you know, and don't always think about things you've ticked off the sign and things that you know of your list and missed or didn't get time to do the rest. It doesn't matter. Even if you just put one thing into action, it's one thing more than you had going on, basically. Excuse me 1 second whilst I pause. Okay, apologies for that. So basically, this is sign of relationships, business, commerce, uh, and it's a little bit justice as well, because legal matters could be in this, but definitely things to do with business are very much to do with Libra. Libra is also, obviously, everybody can read their chart from Aries, but you know, you can also read, like for example, if this is your fifth house for like Gemini ascendant, you can see how your child feels about you in a sense, and the things that you can do to help that situation. But yeah, it's just a very good time to put that kind of balance into your life and put energy where energy is required, and take your foot off the gas where there's too much energy as well. So ambition, realizing what you want, what gives you the drive, having drive to uh, manifest for yourself. It's a very different kind of this sign, gives a little bit more sensitivity to Mars, where it just can kind of thinks about how it's impacting other people. Teamwork, negotiation, creativity, beauty, collaboration are all parts of what Libra is all about. And it just kind of urges you to mitigate discord with solutions, which is wonderful. Charm and tactfulness when interacting with others can be a focus too. And definitely motivation to get those things done that needs to get done. And that's what I'm welcoming you to do during this time. Anyway, on to the ascendants for the next part. Thank you for watching. This is a nice window from 14th of September to 27th of October of 2025. So it's a really nice time to make the most of this. But generally speaking, it's for all of us, for all ascendants, this is looking after Aries. So, and Aries will be somewhere in our chart for all of us. So we know that house is being looked after. My fourth aspect is protecting that sign, and actually it's protecting what would be Capricorn, which is where it's also exalted, which is wonderful. So Capricorn is being looked after, protected, and what happens is Mars is very looking after the house opposite Aries, wherever Aries is for you, and also there will be some changes in the 8th house from Libra, which is Taurus. So these are what we want to just bear in mind. Okay, so basically if it's in your first house, so it's in Libra, this means in your first house, Libra ascendant, is bringing the flavor of Mars and Venus in the first house. So you're looking attractive, charming, and you're very, very self-aware and self-motivated. All the passion is going into yourself and actually meeting other people. For those of you who are actually single, it's a great time to be out. So, sometimes I have messages or comments saying, I'm single, what can I do? Well, this is the perfect time to be out there, because you can't imagine people coming and knocking on your door often to ask you for a date. So you need to be out and about for people to actually see and notice you. So this is the time where you're full of that aura of attraction, magnetism. So get out there and really explore this. And obviously, if you are in a relationship, it's really nice because you're feeling that intimacy with each other. You want to do more things. You're encouraging your relationship. There's a bit of fire in this belly, so it's lovely to look after it. It's also diplomacy and tact comes into this because of Libra. So for you, Libra, Venus and Mars, great time to be like, so obviously you want to do things for yourself. So if you're doing forms of exercise, it's bringing the planet that's all to do with blood, muscles, together with the sign of Libra, where Venus is really good at actually healing. Is really can recovery from sports will be fantastic. But you certainly will be much more aware of how you dress, how you present yourself to the world, and charm the pants off of everyone, really. And for you, fourth house becomes protected. So this is obviously a sign of home, mum, security, and comforts become very important to you. You're obviously dedicated to your partner, and other people you just want to be more sociable at this time. And 8th house, so your 8th house is a fixed sign. So for you, changes are very difficult. But nothing like Mars to actually give you that push to make things happen for you. Now, if it's, I'm going to go back now into, actually, let me just share with you this, the actual, that's better. Let's show you now for, let's go back one ascendant. Here we go. For you guys, what will be the sign that is very much Virgo. For you guys, this is the house of money, house of family values and speech, eating, etc. is being activated, and opposite sign is a movable sign, and it's Aries. So for you guys, it's activating your second house, your 8th house, and also your 5th house. This is really, changes in your, basically, you're much more sociable, much more creative, putting passion into those kind of things. And so it could be an addition to your family. So if you were with somebody, you could actually tie the knot. It could be a pregnancy, so your family could grow during this time. Or if you already have children, you want to really spend the time with your family. This is basically, attention is very much direction about your financial security and your values. Your partnerships and joint ventures will be very much to do with what you want to aim for. Your goals, material goals, will be set during this time. So a little bit of structure to that part of your life will be good. So it's also, if you are have got children, you'll be wanting to spend more and more time with your family, which is so wonderful. And let's go back one more ascendant. So the Leo. For Leo ascendants, this will be very much to do with your 3rd house being activated, which is fantastic because Mars does really well in the 3rd house. It has that logic to be able to create things. So very much to do with communication. Great negotiators, mediators, really have got the gift of the gab, if you like, to be able to get people in a very passionate way to put your thoughts, etc., into play. Putting energy into learning, doing things that are much more skillful, if you like. Definitely the expression there is to want to be out there. Hobbies, writing, etc., could really activate during this time. And for you, obviously 3rd and 9th house are being Aries is your 9th house, so very much about travel, short distance, long distance travel, and visiting family, maybe family like grandparents, etc. Your values again, like family values, etc. Your belief system are being activated during this time. And then also by aspect is also house of work, 6th house being activated. So for you guys, you would just feel better working at generally working, being of service to other people, and that will give you a huge amount of recognition as well during this time. Also activated is your 10th house, so aspect of Mars on the 10th house is always a good thing. So it could be that you really put in so much energy and effort and logic into your house of work, your 6th house. You manage yourself, how you manage your time, and like being skillful and logical about how you do things. That has an impact on your career and career. Other people will notice you basically, and there could be a good change, a positive change to your career, which is wonderful for you guys. And then obviously, let's go next ascendant. So going back to Cancer. Cancer for you guys, it's your 4th house ruler. It's your 5th house ruler in the 4th house. So it's a wonderful Raja Yoga being created. And although debilitated in this sign, not in this house really, not in the sign. So you're very self-sacrificing about your family, your mum, your home situation. That's where your passion is going into, your security, your generally feeling safe and cozy. That's the theme. It's also aspecting what would be your seventh house, protecting your interaction with other people, wanting to be much more in the world with that. It's a wonderful thing for you guys, really. It's for Cancer, because it's such an important planet for you. And also aspecting what would be your 10th house, really protecting Aries for you. So it's really a very positive time for you. It can bring passion, logic, manifestation of all those things that you want to do for work. Interaction with others at work will be much easier. Spending time with your family. And there could also be a change in your work situation as well as a result, but all of this could be very positive, just because how Libra can really ground the energy of Mars at this time. Let's go to the next one, which is for Gemini ascendant. For Gemini ascendant, for you guys, what's happening is it's your 6th house ruler in the 5th house. So for you, it's activating your 6th, 5th, 11th, 12th, and also Capricorn for you is your 8th house. So definitely changes, and actually blessing any changes that will come in. You're much more willing to make changes at this time. And that could be regarding any of those. So it could be that if you're studying, if you're a teacher, if you are a teacher for younger people, your groups of networks, etc. This is where your passion are actually being directed. So it's very nice in the sense that for you guys, your 8th house is where Mars is actually very strong. So it's a sign that's exalted, that's being protected. So it's you will not be that, for you, changes in your groups, networks will be easy. You could actually, if you've had discord with your elder sibling, you can really put that right at this point. And generally speaking, you're okay with just seeing the lighter side, the more diplomatic side, to actually bring some endings, some chapters in your life, bring closure to them in order to put that energy into what is actually serving you, will be the theme at this point. Then we go to the next ascendant, which is Taurus ascendant. For you guys, Mars rules 12th and also your 7th house. So it could just be very much for you a sense that you can actually it's basically corporations with other people, with professional settings, and Mars just does so well, because although it could be like a conflict, if there's a conflict with your partner, you're not going to be so self-centered to think, oh, maybe like it's all your fault. You can actually that's the beauty of this sign, where it allows you to actually think, okay, so yes, you're right, I was wrong on this point and I was wrong on that point. I can see that you're right, and so you are much more focused on resolution rather than being like the person, the aggressor, and allowing the your partner to have their say, which is wonderful. And for you guys, obviously, 12th house and 6th house, so you're going to be okay. Any changes during this time, long distance, anything that's 12th house, is really kind of quite blessed, because Mars is actually looking after that. You're working hard, but Mars just gives you more energy, more stamina to get through that. Great for anything that's if you're in competitive sports with friends and things like that. It just works out really well. And for Taurus ascendant, you're not it's your ninth house that's actually being protected. So it's, if you wanted to, if you're studying your father, although it's actually a malefic aspect in it, but it still has a really good, strong protection over, you know, so if your father is ill, you're there for your father. You're kind of like putting yourself out to make sure that his needs are looked after. You also are very much like practical about any sort of studying that you're doing. Your teachers, you're happy to kind of like work hard in order to finish your academic year and get good results with that. So it is, you also become very spiritual, maybe like you see the spiritual side of your religion, religious beliefs too. But generally Mars does so well in the sixth house. So it's a really amazing time in that, you know, putting all that passion into work and being of service to others and being I would say Mars, you know, is quite self-sacrificing in that sign. So if you do, and if you're a doctor or a surgeon or something like that, it's fantastic time for you, really. And then if we go to Aries ascendant, so for Aries ascendant is the first house ruler in the seventh house. So it's also eighth house ruler in the seventh house. But generally speaking, it's for you guys, it's aspecting what would be your 10th house of career. Fantastic, protecting, you know, put lots of energy into your career. You'll be really definitely recognized during this time for all your efforts. Very very much into protecting and looking after your relationships, sacrificing, you know, if you're to make things good between you and your partner. And if you have had any issues, you can just, you know, you can be a bit more into mediation and sorting out issues rather than actually thinking, no, I was right, yes, all of that. But all the energy that you're extending to your 10th house of career would just mean that you will actually have good returns. So it helps and protects and makes some changes to your money that you're receiving. So it's very nice indeed for you guys. And so yeah, it's literally all about your relationships and forming equality into your business mind as well. So very, very nice for you guys. Let's go now to Pisces ascendant. So for you guys, for Pisces ascendant, this is activating your, what would be your 8th house. Mars in the 8th house. So you've got to be careful about, you know, doing anything too quickly and hastily without, you know, with that Mars energy, which sometimes can be not very grounded. But obviously this sign is, the beauty of this sign is very grounded. And from there, protecting your Capricorn, which is your 11th house of gains and networks. So you want to be much more involved with them. There could be changes in those groups too. And obviously you want to make sure you're also, but diplomacy comes into it, even though it's your elder sibling. So, you know, it could also change that for better as well. You put much more effort into how you communicate with your elder sibling, your friends, etc. And some changes, you know, so if you did not actually get on well, you've had some problems, you can express yourself much nicely now to these people in order to get the best out of this situation. But yeah, very committed to your second house of money. It could also make you spend money, but make you spend money for the right reasons as such. Okay, so let me just go to the next thing. So next ascendant. Okay, so Aquarius ascendant. For you guys, it activates basically what would be your 9th house. 9th house is 10th house ruler in the 9th house. Fantastic Raja Yoga going on there. Very, very high quality. From there is also aspect in your 3rd house. It's all about learning, education, yeah, the teachers coming in as you need them, and the wisdom of your father coming in to where it's logically trying to point you in the right direction. You also, houses of travel are also activated, being your 9th house and 12th house. So far distance travel, pilgrimage, things that, the travel, the kind of travel that actually opens your mind. Definitely, there's a lot of learning there in every sense. You will let go of friends maybe that, you've moved on from. And, but generally speaking, nice one, because it's making you much more spiritual, and the changes that it will bring, you could bring a change to your home environment. You might move during this time, or logically put steps forward in order to achieve what you are wanting during this time. Capricorn ascendant. So for you guys, Mars, which is 11th house and 4th house ruler, is in the 10th house. So Mars in the 10th house, so strong, so wonderful. You literally will be recognized for your hard work, and also because you're using much more diplomacy and charm at work. You will not, those things will not be missed by other people. It makes you much more self-aware, self-motivated, and goal-oriented as well, in a very logical manner, because your first house is obviously where it's being aspected, and it's where it's exalted. So all the things that you do, there are gains to be had. It's also 11th house ruler, looking at the first house, so it gives you fantastic Raja Yoga. Balance between home and your home and your work will be a slightly out of balance in a sense, but you will try to make it up to your partner, if you like, because makes you hardworking during this time. I'm not saying that you're not hardworking anyway, because Capricorns are hardworking. It's also from their 10th house ruler is aspecting what would be the 5th house for you as well. So really wonderful Raja Yogas for you. Nice times to really get through to this. There's a lot of passion generally. You'll be much more flirtatious too. So enjoy. Very good. Then we have Sagittarius ascendant. For you guys, this is occurring in what would be your 11th house. So it's activating 5th and 11th house, and also it's 12th house ruler in the 11th house. So doing nice things with your friends. Maybe you're doing some collections for local community, doing some putting your talents to use for your community. It's also 11 from the 11th house is aspecting your 2nd house of money and your savings, if you like, your family. So you could be eating really fast, just because of the nature of Mars is quite fast, hasty, aspecting 2nd house there. But if you wanted to start saving money, it's a very good time to make that pact with yourself. It's obviously aspecting 5th house of partying, having a good time, creativity. It's also aspecting the 6th house, which is really nice. It means that whatever effort, how hard you're working, you are gaining from that, but you also could be spending the money quite quickly too. And let's go back to Scorpio. For Scorpio ascendant, this is happening in your 12th house, 1st house, and 6th house ruler in the 12th house. So it really protects from there. Mars is aspecting your 6th house, protecting house of work and service to others, daily routines, sporty stuff, dealing with lots of intelligence, using words, if you like, because it's aspecting your 3rd house, using words logically and in a charming manner to, if there has been upset with other people, your partner or anything, or at work. Nice time to actually iron out all those creases in friendships and in your work environment, your relationships, etc. And makes you much more aware of your spiritual side, your creative side, imagination. It actually kind of makes you quite sexy during this time as well. So all in all, pretty much good setting. But remember that Mars in the 12th house makes you just spend money too. So be aware of your money situation during this period, but pretty good otherwise. So that's it. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy really making the most of this time to achieve what you want, and use the power of Mars to manifest for you. So thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you soon.